Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's super important, but let's be honest, almost always ignored. It's the humble floor drain. You know, that little grate in the floor? Well, it turns out it's kind of a silent guardian for your property, and we're going to break down exactly why it deserves a whole lot more of our attention.
So, first things first, let's get into the risks, because you really can't stop a problem until you understand what's at stake. And sometimes there's a real storm brewing, literally, right under your feet.
Just take a second and think about it. When you're doing maintenance around your house or your building, what's on your checklist? The roof, right? Maybe the furnace? Yeah, I'm willing to bet that the thing we're about to talk about isn't even on the list.
Yep, the drain. It's so easy to forget about because, well, when it's doing its job, it's completely out of sight, out of mind. But, and this is a big but, when it fails, the consequences can be huge and they can happen fast.
And when I say huge, I mean it. The cost of a failed drain is no joke. We're not talking about just a little puddle. We're talking about serious water intrusion that leads to nasty mold, sudden flooding, and even damage to the foundation of the building itself. You could be looking at repairs that run into the thousands, all because of one small part that got ignored.
So how in the world do you fight back against a threat you can't even see? Well, you call in an expert. And this is where the floor drain specialist comes in. The pro who's all about stopping these disasters before they even start.
Now, this isn't your average plumber. A floor drain specialist has a very, very specific set of skills. They know everything about how these systems work, from making sure the slope is perfect to ensuring the whole setup can handle a sudden rush of water. Their entire job is built around one thing: prevention.
And check out their process. It's incredibly thorough. It all starts with a deep dive, an assessment, where they often use these tiny video cameras to literally see what's going on deep inside your pipes. It's pretty cool, actually. Then they can pinpoint the real problem, give you clear options, and set you up with a maintenance plan so it doesn't happen again.
You know, what's really interesting here is how different the needs are between a home and a business. At home, your drain is mostly dealing with things like hair and soap scum. But think about a restaurant or a factory. Their drains have to handle huge amounts of water, grease, and sometimes pretty harsh chemicals. So while the goal is the same, keep water out, the systems and how you take care of them are worlds apart.
Okay, so this is important. How do you even know if you've got a problem brewing? Let's talk about the telltale signs, the little warnings you should absolutely never ignore.
This chart really lays it all out. If your drain is slow, okay, it's probably just some grime and gunk built up. Easy enough. But if you start smelling something funky, that could be sewer gas leaking up from a bad trap seal. That's a much bigger deal. And if you see water just sitting there, not going anywhere, that's a major red flag for a serious blockage. Or, even worse, a drain that was installed incorrectly from the start.
Right, we've talked about the problems. Now for the good part. Let's look at the actual solutions a specialist can use to fix these issues for good.
A specialist has a whole toolkit that goes way beyond just a simple drain snake. Of course, they do deep cleaning and repairs, but they also install things like sump pumps to actively get water out of your basement, or backflow preventers to make sure sewage never, ever comes back up. And if you're building something new, they can design the entire system perfectly from the ground up.
Okay, this all leads us to the most critical part of our chat today. What can you do right now? Let's get into your personal action plan for keeping your drains happy.
And the great news is there's a lot you can do yourself. Seriously, just pulling off the grate and cleaning it out every once in a while is a huge first step. Using those enzyme-based cleaners is also a great idea. They eat away at all the gunk without being harsh on your pipes. And just taking a peek at the seals every 6 months or so can help you catch a small issue before it becomes a nightmare.
But look, some jobs are for the pros, and when you need to hire one, this is your checklist. Make sure they're licensed and insured. That's non-negotiable. Ask them about their experience, and make sure they give you clear, upfront pricing. A warranty on their work is a great sign, and you definitely want someone who's available for emergencies, because you know these things never happen at a convenient time.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Being proactive isn't just about fixing a clog. It's about reducing your overall risk and protecting the value of your property, which for most of us is our biggest investment. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. When was the last time you really looked at that drain in your basement or your laundry room or out in the garage? Is that silent guardian actually on duty, or is it secretly a ticking time bomb? Really makes you think, doesn't it? Thanks so much for watching.